Welcome to the 5 for 2 podcast with me, your host Adele, where we say no to careers where you're trading 5 days of misery for 2 days of fun. A place we discuss all things career, confidence, and money moves. I want to motivate, teach, and empower ambitious women to achieve more, earn more, feel more confident, and enjoy the work they do. It's all about believing you can have everything you want in your career and then going and getting it. So if you're ready, let's get into it.
Hey guys, back with another episode, and I am excited to talk about this one because we talk about advice, we talk about what's not working in the job market, we talk about good things and bad things, but I never really get this personal, but I'm going to. I'm going to jump right into it. You can tell from the title, it's about being pregnant and the penalties that might happen. And for me, a lot of you know, I have been LinkedIn top voice all of 2024 or most of 2024 and all of 2025. And then I lost my top voice at the end of 2025. And here are what I believe are the reasons. So when you get the top voice badge on LinkedIn, when you're awarded it, they then tell you there are a few things you need to do to keep it. And it's just small criteria like posting a certain amount of posts every week, sharing comments, supporting other people. Like there's just things that you need to do. Now, obviously, you guys know I got pregnant last year and I had a baby in June. So I knew that there was no way I'm going to be doing as many posts and stuff like that. Now, if you follow me, you would have seen me still posting, but I wasn't actually posting. I schedule everything on LinkedIn ahead of time. And then if I have a random thought that I want to talk about, I add that in during the week. But I schedule a couple of posts every week, 2-3 posts every single week. And I usually have content in my brain from like 3-4 weeks in advance. Like even now, I have content sitting in my drafts that just needs to be written up. So I've always got content. So what I did while I was pregnant was write up a lot of that content and have it ready to go. So I'd already written it. I made a few graphics, and the graphics are easy because you can see on my LinkedIn, I just take pictures that I've already taken on my phone and just add them in. So I don't really have to create anything on Canva. So I had posts still going out, but I obviously wasn't able to engage. I wasn't able to comment on things. I was enjoying my most important job, being a mum. First, I was in the newborn trenches, and then after that, I was just enjoying being a mum. As I should be while on maternity leave. I had mentioned this to LinkedIn. I'd had a conversation with someone. I'd actually had a Zoom call with someone before I went on mat leave. And I said to them, do you have anything in place to support female creators that have got a top voice that aren't going to be able to keep up with requirements? And they said no. Now, that was the first red flag because I was already like, what do you mean no? You've awarded people with this top voice because you know that their voice brings impact and brings traffic to your site, and they're talking about things that people are engaging with and people are interested in, and I'm helping people, but you don't have anything in place to support those creators when they go on maternity leave. Now, don't get me wrong, LinkedIn's not my employer, so they don't have, legally, they ain't got to do nothing. They owe me nothing. I want to make that really, really clear. They owe me nothing. However, you would think a big company, a business, a company that employs people would have something in place for something like this. I just think in this day and age, it's so weird that someone wouldn't. However, they do not. That's on them. So I said to them, what can I do? Or do I just accept that I'm losing my badge? They were like, well, you can write maternity in your about or in your headline so that because they said it's all automated. So when the automation goes through, it will see that you're on mat leave and it will know that that's potentially why you're not posting. However, this might not work. They said this to me, and you might want to reach out to one of us and just say like, okay, my badge is gone. This is why X, Y, Z. And then we can help you. This is what was said on the call, FYI. So they were like, there's nothing really we can do. It is automated. Again, AI strikes, but it's automated. AI is reading it, it's deciding, and it's making a decision. So I was like, okay, cool. I knew I was aware of it. And for all the people in the back that are like, Adele, these are first world problems. Yes, they are. It's not a big deal. But I'm going to talk about it. Shall I tell you why? There are people with much bigger issues than me, struggling for work, aren't able to pay their bills. I understand that. But I am talking about being penalised while pregnant. And I'm talking about it because it's something that affected me and it's something I wouldn't want to affect other people. But it's also something that I want people to learn from, because The reason I'm talking about this isn't because I've just lost my top voice. It's the reason why I lost my top voice, but also to remind people that your accolades, your degrees, your qualifications, your titles, they are not your identity. And that's why I'm talking about this today. We get tied up in what our identity is. Like, I'm no good because I don't have a degree, or I'm excellent because I do have a degree, or I have a degree but I don't have a master's, so I'm not that great. Like, we get tied up in our titles. We are a manager. I'm a CEO. Oh my gosh, but I don't want to do that job anymore. But how can I take a manager's job? Because then people are going to be like, I've fallen from grace and it's embarrassing. We worry about the titles. Oh, I had to take a junior title. Even though I'm making more money with this new title, it's embarrassing. We tie so much of who we are to our job titles. We tie so much of who we are to the things we win and our accolades. We tie so much of that we can get sad, upset, feel defeated. And I don't want to get it twisted. When I lost my voice, I was disappointed. I was not happy. I'm not going to say, oh, I was so happy. I was disappointed. But then I remembered who the F I am. I remembered what I bring to the table. I remembered that my impact is bigger than any algorithm. And that's why I'm making this episode, because I want you to be reminded that if you lose a job title, if you lose an accolade, if you win something and then it is no longer relevant, that does not mean that you are no longer relevant. And also, it's another reminder to put yourself first in every single situation. Because when a company wants to make a decision in their best interest, that's not in your best interest, they will. I also want to say this. When I did reach out to LinkedIn when my voice went, my top voice badge went, they said to me, oh, it's not because you temporarily couldn't do all the things that you were supposed to do. Which is coincidental. Like, bear this in mind. It is because you promote a lot on your post about your podcast, and you, on a lot of your posts, you promote your podcast or you promote your coaching, and you use quite a lot of hashtags. And like, we want our top voices to have more balance than that. So I did a quick review because I know what I post. All my posts, nearly all my posts, not all of them, but majority of my posts in 2024, remember when I got given the top voice, all had promotions about my podcast. I talk about my podcast all the time, everywhere. In my posts, I talk about coaching. I did that through 2024. I did that through 2025. Why was it until I went on mat leave, that's when it became a problem? Why wasn't it a problem in 2024? Why did you even give me the badge? Because in 2023, I was doing it and you still gave me a top voice badge. So that is a contradiction within itself. That's the first thing. You contradict yourself. Also, in 2024, I used to go crazy with hashtags. Also, I used to use some of my posts from Instagram on LinkedIn, whereas now they're a bit different. So I used to use the same hashtag sets. They used to be like 20, sometimes more, in 2024. Whereas now I put like maybe 5, up to 7, if that, on a post. So I'm using less hashtags now, and I'm doing nothing differently as far as promotion. I'm promoting exactly the same amount. So why is it only now it's a problem? Let's keep it real. Let's keep it 100. It's because I went on maternity leave and I wasn't able to keep up with the criteria to maintain the badge. I would have preferred that at the beginning you said to me, yeah, you're just going to lose your badge because you're going on maternity leave. I also would prefer if LinkedIn would have a conversation and be like, maybe there's something we could put in place for creators, for female creators that could potentially give birth. Because my voice is not lost because I became pregnant. If anything, my voice is more powerful now when I come back. Because just know, becoming a mum, bringing life into the world makes you powerful. I promise you. It gives you a new set of thinking. It happened when I had my first daughter and it happened again. I have a new way of thinking. I have a new way of addressing things. I've just elevated who I am. Like, I literally gave birth and I'm keeping a human alive. My voice is amplified, if anything else. And I want to thank all the people that commented on the post that I created talking about this, because someone literally said to me, keep amplifying, keep leading. Your voice was earned through impact, not algorithms. And that stuck with me because it was. My voice was impactful. You cannot take away my voice because you take away a badge. I'm still going to create impact. I'm still going to come on LinkedIn and create content that helps hundreds and thousands of people. I am still going to create content that uplifts because I enjoy it and I love it. And I'm still going to be me without the title, without the accolade. I don't need it to make the impact. I've been making impact before the badge and I'm going to continue to make impact after the badge. And that's what I want to remind you guys. When you win something or you get an accolade, you won it. You. The accolade doesn't make you, you make the accolade. When you go out and get yourself a degree, you got the degree. The degree didn't get you. So it's you. The source is you. The secret is you. So always remember that when something is taken away from you, it's never actually taken away because you are it. You got the degree. You got the win. You got the accolade. You got the title. The impact you created does that. I will always have a voice. I will always create avalanches with this voice because that is my God-given gift and that is my God-given talent. I am here to help people grow their careers, grow their confidence, grow their bank balance while I do the same for myself. So that being said, I just want to say to you guys, like women being penalized for giving birth in 2025 into 2026, because I know you guys are listening to this in 2026, even though I've recorded it in 2025. I want to say being penalized is an absolute joke. Absolute joke. But it is still happening. Yeah, people are still going back. It is like going back after maternity leave and them saying your job title is changing because you haven't been here. That's basically what it is like at your job. But the difference is your job has more obligation to you, especially if you're in the UK and we have a lot of protective rights. However, if you go back after 12 months, they don't have to give you back your job. Remember, we get 12 months maternity leave. When you go back after maternity, they don't have to give you back your exact job. They have to give you back an equivalent job and equivalent salary. They do have to do that. If you go back within the first part, like 6 months, 9 months, then 6 months, they have to give you back your actual job with your same job title. Anything after that, they do not have to. And that's what it's like. It is like you're no longer qualifying for the things you qualified before because you went away and gave life. Men never have to really worry about this because they don't necessarily go on maternity leave. A lot of them go on paternity leave, which is like 2 or 4 weeks in the UK. That's no different from going on a quick annual leave and coming back. They are not penalised. Listen, I will be better at my job when I go back. I will be better on this podcast now that I've had a baby. I will be better overall because I'm reminded of who the F I am. I'm reminded what I'm capable of, what my body can do and what I am able to do. That level of being reminded, even when you go through all the postpartum, because I had anxiety, guys. I've never had anxiety before. I went through postpartum anxiety. I went through it. But even through coming out of that, me looking back at myself and saying, I know who the hell I am. I know what I bring to the table. 2026, move out of my way. It's going to unmatched. I'm going to be doing all of this with a baby. I'm going to be helping my clients. I'm going to be working part-time. I'm going to be doing my podcast. I'm going to be sharing content. I'm going to be making videos, all with a baby. And I'm going to be raising my baby beautifully because that's what I'm here to do. So to anyone listening to this, if you feel like something has been taken away from you, I'm here to remind you that the thing that you had, you weren't made by that thing. You make the thing. You are the secret sauce. What you bring to the table is what's important. And don't let anyone tell you differently. Other people's opinions are not your business. And in this case, it's the same for me. Other people's opinions are not my business. I will continue to have the same voice. The badge didn't give me the voice, so the badge cannot take away my voice unless I decided to give up and stop doing what I currently do. So that's all I wanted to talk about today. So it's a short and sweet episode, and it's just to remind you that your accolades don't make you, you make the accolades. But also to remind you that companies are not on your side. Corporations are not on your side. You have to be loyal to yourself. You have to always remember that you are the most important thing. Loyalty does not get rewarded. It's not going to get rewarded in 2026 job market, and it will not get rewarded in any other job market. Jobs do not reward loyalty. Listen, fortune favors the brave. So you need to think of you, not be like, oh, but if I leave, they're going to be struggling. Or if I do this, what about my company? What about my boss? What about my colleague? What about my work bestie? No. What about you? Put you first. I will always put me first. And I'm so happy while I've been on leave, I put me first. I didn't try and keep up with all the criteria of my top voice. I wasn't engaging. That's the truth. I wasn't going online and engaging and commenting and doing all those things. I just wasn't. If I had time, I would, like maybe sleeping or I'm chilling out and I feel like it. But I'm on mat leave. I'm going to do what I want. And I'm happy I did what I want because it proved to me that, or it was a reminder. I've always known it. It was a reminder to me that companies, whether you work for them or not, they are awful, some of them. The things they do are not right. And I'm not saying that LinkedIn is awful. I'm not saying that. I love the platform. I still love the platform. Nothing has changed. But what I am saying is this is your reminder that whether you work for a company, whether you do something on someone's platform, it's their stuff. They're going to choose what they want to do, but that doesn't change who you are and the potential you have and who you want to be. So if you started a business and you got 3 likes on your post, embrace the 3 likes. Those 3 likes don't make you or break you. If I get 50 likes on a post versus 10 likes on another post, none of that makes me or breaks me. I'm still going to keep talking. If I get 5 likes on every single post for the next 2 months, I'm still going to keep posting because I enjoy what I do. I'm helping someone. I might only be helping one person. That's still one person more than I would help if I kept my mouth shut. So there you have it, guys. Penalised for pregnancy in 2025. Insane. Anyone who's thinking, Adele, where did your top voice badge go? In the bin? Because apparently going on mat leave means I've lost my voice, which is absolutely not true. I'm going to continue to talk. I'm going to continue to create impact. I'm going to continue to create podcasts. I'm going to continue to go on interviews if I'm asked to by other podcasts. I'm going to continue to do speaking engagements. I'm going to continue to be me because an algorithm, an AI bot will never make me or break me. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the episode and I will speak to you in the next one.
I hope this episode gave you exactly what you needed and motivated you to confidently take steps towards your next career move. If you enjoyed it, screenshot and share it on your socials, tag me on Instagram, and come join my community of amazing women working on leveling up their confidence and careers. Thanks for listening and see you next time.